Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, people? It's your girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. Love Power Radio Show. Testing.
All right.
I was like, dang, I missed the whole intro.
I know, right?
How we go from 5 minutes ahead to late?
Hey, y'all, it's Latriva Deneen. I'm on mic number 1 of these numbers.
Lord Jesus.
All of that.
Let's get it.
All of that. All of that.
Did she tell you about the laptop?
Vanguard Media. Stay informed and stay connected.
Oops.
Visit us at VanguardMediaLLC.com.
Oops.
Hey, it's your girl, Scott, and I'm going to tell you about some mystical and the pieces begin to fit on PLDs. Have you ever felt discouraged? Struggling with
I hate you the most.
This show is sponsored in part by Sebastian Productions, where we specialize in modeling, runway coaching, personal styling, event production, and consulting. For more information, visit www.sebastianmodeling.com.
Aka Mimi the Great. Love Power Radio Show. Today is November something.
21st.
20 of 20. We are almost there.
Girl, bless him.
Amen.
Or her.
And amen. And amen again. Listen, we are 3 days out from Turkey Day.
I'm about to eat all the food you fix. All of them.
All of them?
All of them. You cooking?
Everyone is.
Except the Brussels sprouts.
You know, it's Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprout.
Yeah.
In the name. Don't give me no peas. Don't give me no Brussels.
So you don't want no pea soup?
Pea soup.
What about broccoli? I mean, I could do broccoli in a casserole.
Yeah.
With cheese.
What have you ever
I live for broccoli. That's every day for me.
Yes.
Really?
I eat broccoli every day.
Wow. Like not smothered with things?
No, I steam it and put some lemon pepper on it and a little garlic powder and black pepper. Yeah, I'm telling you, I call it, when I post it, I say my lemon pepper steamed broccoli.
Oh.
So I was thinking
Let's do some
about
introduction.
Oh, so yeah, I guess we'll do that. Thank you so much.
No
Look,
problem.
so you already know it's your girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. Across the table, I got my girl.
Latriva Deneen.
For those of you who are just tuning in all the way across yonder, that's short for Latriva D.
Already. We have some guests today. Y'all, please forgive us because we are happy. There's a happiness. We got family here.
Family.
It's like she came in from out of town and it gave us all of this positive
All this
energy,
light.
all this light.
Yes.
So we got our sister from Stunner, Dallas.
Yeah.
Don't you know how to sound?
Yes.
I do.
Yes. Shy. Introduce yourself.
I am the rose that grew from the concrete, Shybella.
Yes.
Coming live and direct from DFW.
Yes. And then we got our little sister here from Black Coffee with Side of Tea. She's been smiling since she walks in the building.
Yes.
Hey, PG. Toy Goddess. I got her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
even I call that.
Baby, okay.
I guess that's what that means. Hello.
So Toy Goddess Steve from Black Coffee with a Side of Tea is hanging out with us today.
Yes. We are super excited because we got a lot of good news.
So much good news.
In spite of everything, look, like my homegirl said on the show some time ago, shut down but not shut out. So please don't get this pandemic twisted. God is still working. Stuff is still happening. Right? One thing that we found out this weekend is that we is
On
the one and only
iHeartRadio.
So congratulations to the one and only Miss Lisa Danae.
Yes.
Doing that thing.
Yes.
Because had she not been here in Crenshaw. So,
Working.
Yeah, working.
Working every day. I would
Exactly.
say that there has not been a week since I have become a part of the Stunner family that Lisa has not made
I'm
some sort of
telling you.
significant announcement.
Yeah.
It's like the next thing, and then the next
Then the
thing,
next
and then the
thing.
next thing, and it's stuff that I hadn't even thought of.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just like, I am so grateful and so blessed with the
Yeah.
work.
I
that
just
we're
told
doing.
her that last night. I said, man, this girl be on it.
On it.
Like, she be
On
moving.
it. Do you sleep? I'm telling you, because when it's like good morning.
Yes.
Okay, 5 a.m. just
Right.
I'm like,
You gotta
Jesus.
get sleep.
And so I'm grateful to have her hand over my.
And then today,
Yes.
for those of you
I told her I am so
Woo.
glad I became a part of the
Oh,
Stunner
absolutely.
Radio
Woo.
family.
Absolutely.
Because she is definitely doing her thing. Like, I can't do
And she
I'm
moved
telling
in
you.
silence. I saw that gift, that meme this week, and it was just like, just move in silence.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
for women that move in silence, they doing big things.
Yeah,
And when
I'm
I
telling you, that's been my
You
motto.
see it.
It's been my motto for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Make your moves in silent and let your actions speak loudly.
Hey,
Hmm.
come on now. I'm gonna show you better.
Words.
We can show you better than I can tell you what my mom
Tell
said.
them now.
Did you just say show them?
Show
Okay.
them. Spell it. You gotta show them. Spell it for me. Hold on. I'll spell out the second one. Hold on.
Oh,
Bosses don't have to
I
speak.
engineered that Boston. I love
You don't. You're right.
Yeah.
Bosses do not have to speak.
Come on.
Look,
Come on.
texting us via this chalkboard and this everything.
Right.
I'm loving it. Boston.
Jose always giving us
Right.
music.
What? So if there is ever a minute and I pause and I look for certain ways because I'm trying to read, y'all know I can't read and do the same.
He's our third host.
Honorary. Yes. Shout out to Jose.
Love it. Love it.
So look, y'all already want to know. Y'all know I want to know. I'm nosy.
Okay.
How was your week? Right? And we're gonna start with our guest.
Which one? Okay.
This there.
Stunner Dallas.
Yes, Stunner Dallas.
Stunner Dallas.
Stunner Dallas. How was your week?
Me?
Yes. You all of that.
Oh, well, the week. I was off Monday, coming off from the birthday weekend. Because last week she turned 47.
Hey.
Making it look real good.
Yes. Look at she out here with no makeup on and face.
No, I tell them, like, every now and again I'll put on some makeup or maybe a photo shoot or maybe, runway or something, but for the most part I'm natural.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about it. That's my enhancement.
That is it.
Lip gloss and lashes.
Pop it. And Florida. I wish I was Florida. Mine is the other corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the weeks, and on Monday I got an opportunity for Wednesday night, which was a really, really big deal for me. But needless to say, things happen. Sometimes things don't be in order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say she didn't have them in order, but needless to say that I didn't get to do the interview, but I stood my ground because I felt like there was other radio personalities at this event Wednesday night. I didn't hear or see any of them having to pay, and I wasn't gonna pay because I'm media also. I'm straight from the hip also, and I'm just as relevant as them, so I'm not paying to go in there. If I was called and asked that I want to interview, and the person was Peter Guns from Love and Hip Hop, New York, and now it's the host of Cheaters. So yeah, would love to come. Anything, that's gonna be something good on my resume.
Right.
But I wasn't gonna pay to go in because, like I said, I hold myself in high regard. You might not know me, but there's a million other people around this world that do know Shybella. But that didn't cause any delay or anything. I had a pretty laid back week and got back to work, and it's hard to go back to work after you've been on a little PTO, a little vacation. So it seems like everybody get on your nerves at first. I got to come out like, and I'm gonna quit.
You won't. It's like you just got back though. Why you quit?
Y'all
are here.
I'm talking about dog. I just got in. I just sat down.
Give me a moment.
Give me a minute. She breathes. I just literally just logged in. Yes.
Awesome.
That's good. Well, good to have you. I'm glad you came through and hung out with us. And so I just want to piggyback on that. It's major how we react to them, right? And the fact that you even followed through with it and was there is huge, and that meant something. So trust me, I was not lost, and she said I stood my ground. So y'all know what that means, right? When you in something and God gives you something to do, stand your ground regardless of how it turns out.
Yeah,
because there's something else in that you need, and something else somebody else needs to see in all of that. So do that. Baby girl, how was your week?
It was amazing. You know, last Saturday I went to the grand opening for JW's place.
Right.
Yes, I was. Oh my, that was so amazing. I'm so proud of Lady Cassandra, gospel recording artist Lady Cassandra Webb, and her daughter, the singing comedian Lady K. They did their thing. They had so many wonderful people there. Tyrone Griffin was actually there.
Nice.
And so it was beautiful. It was beautiful. There was a lot of vendors. I was able to do my interviewing thing.
Awesome, good job.
I felt proud of myself.
Yes, you should, because you can make some strides.
Yes, as well as I performed that night. So it was so beautiful. I had the room standing up. So
I was getting ready to say, you are a beautiful performer.
Yeah.
Of course.
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, I need y'all autograph. Yes.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're actually stepping out and doing some extra stuff.
Me too.
Because I've enjoyed seeing you evolve in poetry. So to see you hit the runway and you killed it, I was like, wait, come on. Oh man, I know her.
Yeah.
Hey girl. Everybody went in the runway, but still, you know, she did that, and now you're hosting events, and you've done that here and there. Because I know there have been some that you called me out to do, and I appreciate that. So, but to see that you're out there taking hold of it and running with it, that's like here.
Well, IAG is making me do a lot of different things.
Good deal.
IAG, I Am Goddess Productions, which you guys can follow me on that as well. And it just opened my eyes up that I do run stuff. I am in control of everything that I have to put myself into.
Right. Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Awesome. Treva D.
Hey.
How was your week?
Well, I sent the children home to their parents, so
Yes.
it's amazing. It was an amazing week. Oh Lord, but that was after grades, right? So I had progress reports. When I tell you, so many children that were messaging me like, "So Miss Washington, I know I haven't done nothing for 6 weeks, but can you help me get my grade up from a 30 to a 70?" I was like, right, because I didn't respond to none of them. Not a one.
Silence.
Crystal, just deafening silence. But there were lots of kids that were really trying. You know, and I got the chance to help them. They were coming through like, I really want to do better. Like, can I retake this because I know that I want to do a better grade? And it was just really interesting for 7th graders because a lot of them were just like, in the beginning, they just didn't take a whole lot seriously. But I think that when parents started threatening lives and, you know, Christmases, that just kind of rattles some folks. So it was really interesting to see how hard they were working. I got to talk to a whole lot of parents. You know, it was just some real good conversations. But at 4 o'clock on Good Friday.
Amen.
On Good Friday. There's 2 Good Fridays, right? The one where Jesus, you know, the Jesus one. And then the one before a holiday. You just shut your laptop.
Amen.
So blessings to all the teachers out there. Y'all need a break.
Yes.
Just
break.
Break, like shut it down.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Don't sleep. Stay up. Drink till you throw up. Whatever is gonna give you a little bit of respite from the last couple of weeks. I encourage you to do that thing, right? Yeah. And so it was an amazing week. I'm super excited. We have some great things that are happening with Stunner, and so I'm just looking forward to today when we get to spend some sister time together. You know, so it's been an amazing week. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So eventually that will come back, and I'll share that then.
Awesome. Thank you for, you know, glad you had an awesome week and you were able to.
Mimi, what? How was your week? No.
Where's the energy?
Do that.
I've been seeing you all over.
It it was interesting. It was tiring. I realized that I want something else to do, and I'm gonna really work more into it. And so I've been listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, she's perfect.
So her stuff has been popping up on my YouTube and different things, and I've been scrolling past and don't want to hear that, don't want to hear that, I ain't trying to hear that. And so the other day I started, I talked about the one that she did last week, Girl Get Up. Right, so I had that was on replay. Yeah. So my next one was the one where she talked about resurrection. Okay. Restructuring. Okay. So I'm high. Yeah. Off of listening to that over and over because I know what season I'm in and why I've been feeling what I've been feeling and seeing what I've been seeing, and God has been speaking to me and go do this and do that, and why things have happened and people have come across my space. I know why, I understand it, so I'm cool and good. I'm good because I know in this restructuring season, just because I had to say some no's or some goodbyes to some things I thought was good doesn't mean that they're not coming back. And it wasn't for me. Right. It just means that God needed me to see who I was first. That part. And my power. That part. And how to push it out and how to where to put it. And so I'm good. I had some ice cream that was off the chain.
You had some what that was off the chain? Okay, girl. Oh my goodness. I have overindulged this week on ice cream. Yes. And I'm lactose.
When we're talking about that,
but I have had several flavors of Ben and Jerry on this week. I have overindulged.
Are you tired of bad hair days, dry, damaged hair, and lackluster curls? We know the struggle is real. Earth's Nectar Hair Care is here to bring life back to your hair and take you from struggle to shine. Offering organic, cruelty-free hair care options, we focus on giving you salon quality with multi-use products to save time, money, and shelf space. Visit our website today at www.earthsnectar.com for thicker, stronger, healthier hair. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio at checkout. Personality, charisma, and style. A true star ready to shine at your next event. Latriva Deneen, radio personality and event host, will make your event the place to be and provide lasting memories for your audience. If you want to take your event to the next level, book Latriva Deneen to be your host, MC, moderator, or red carpet interviewer and host. Contact her at Latriva Deneen on Facebook and Instagram for booking information and pricing. And make sure to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Show girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi Great. I got across the table from my girl.
We back home.
Yes,
Latriva Deneen. Short for Latriva D. I get to be here with the greatest Mimi of the greats.
Yes, because there's a lot of
love y'all give big show.
And next to that's my honey bun. And next to me, I have one of our awesome visiting Stunner Radio sisters, all the way from D-Town,
Stunner Dallas.
What?
Hey, the rose they grew. I am the rose they grew from the concrete. Shybella.
Listen, and let me tell you about these roses that grow from the concrete. Ain't no joke.
No.
They ain't no joke, because that's con and creek,
baby. Ain't no earth. There's no water source.
No. But we find that light.
Yes. And all you do is
we grow right on through it. Just need a little bit of it.
And not every rose can go through concrete. I'm just saying, I just want to put that little 2 cents out there. And so we can't forget our PG across from me.
Our baby sister PG. Rated PG.
I don't know.
95% of my poetry is half or not.
Because I was getting ready to say that.
It's not even PG-13.
I just heard a poem that I don't think was too much PG.
It was PG. What's your name?
Poet got to speak.
That.
We play too much, y'all. So anyway, that's for y'all though, because the holidays are coming up, and so somebody somewhere is not able to laugh as much. During the holidays, they're dealing with things as we deal with. They're called holiday blues. Yeah. Right. Yes. And some people deal with them, and it's November to December. Some people it's actually all year, and when it comes to the holidays, it kind of intensifies.
It does.
Watching the news, and you see all the Christmas trees go up and the lights, and family and friends are going to get together. What if you don't have any family and friends? What if that important person in your life no longer is no longer here? Yeah. or is no longer in your life. You know, and so people go through that. Check on your peeps.
Yep. And so holiday blues is, they call it, I guess in the more technical sense, seasonal affective disorder.
I saw that.
Seasonal affective disorder. SAD is the abbreviation, and it's super real. Like, I didn't realize it, but I struggled with it for a number of years. My family was really small. It was my mom and I and my sister. My sister's 11 years older than me, so she left, you know, pretty early on in my childhood. And so it was me and my mom. And when my mom passed away when I was 16, it really left me, you know, and even though I was with family, you know, kind of growing up to get out of high school, it wasn't my mom. And then after that, you know, that family was never like, let me pay for you to come on back, or this is a spot for you to come back to. So after my mom passed away and I left for school, it was just like whoever was willing to let me sleep on their couch for the Christmas break, right? And so there was constantly this reminder that, or this feeling, but a reminder that I was really by myself, you know, and trying to get through that in college, and then even in terms of becoming an adult where I'm not in college, because college also creates sort of a community for you, right? So you got those friends that you can lean on. But once I left school and I was on my own, it just was compounded. And so every year I found myself from like October to February, like I came out around my birthday. And so from October to February, like when the season changed and it started getting mad overcast, like that was emotionally kind of where the way that I felt, the way the weather looked was how I felt, you know? And so it was hard for me to find peace and joy in that. And so just wanted to kind of talk about it, that we're in an era when emotional stress is at its highest, especially this year. The holiday blues can lead to feelings of sadness, loneliness, depression, painful reflection, and anxiety during a time of year that is supposed to be a time of joy. Everybody's off. You know, everybody's spending money, everybody's eating well, right? And so this is supposed to be the time when you are sitting with those people who you love and you don't get to spend as much time with normally. And so here we want you to learn about ways that you can combat the holiday blues. I thought it was really interesting that you brought up the idea of emotional support animals. When I saw that note, I was like, you know, I get it. You know, I know what it means. But as somebody who never grew up with animals, I was like, that wasn't not necessarily my go-to as you know, as an option. So when you brought this up and then you gave your story or what you overheard, I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
What had happened was I was in a room, people were talking. I wasn't eavesdropping. They were talking loud. Okay. One of the ladies were talking loud. Yeah, they were talking loud. Yeah, hush. So one of the ladies was like, "Oh my God, I finally got my my support dog or my emotional dog," she said. And she said, "I was skeptical at first, but now that I have him, it's just been great." And I thought, never thought about that, because I grew up with dogs, so it's not to say I know what it means and I know it's helpful to people, but I grew up with them, so you know there's a difference. We had dogs all the time.
My cat ran away, but I'll tell you about that.
But they are so, and I wouldn't have thought about it, an emotionally supportive dog. And with what we're going through now, with you know the bickering in the office, the being shut down and possibly going on another one, it's something to consider for people who don't really want to go see a psychiatrist because that word like just kind of strikes you wrong. And even that's needed. Try it. You know, and the rules are different for the emotional dogs versus
let me find where you wrote that down. You said emotional support animals cannot be denied due to their age. Landlords cannot let me go back. An emotional support animal is a type of animal that provides comfort to help relieve a symptom or effect of a person's disability. Under U.S. law, an emotional support animal is not a pet and is generally not restricted by species. An emotional support animal differs from a service animal. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay. To qualify for an emotional support animal in the U.S., its owner must have an emotional or mental disability that is certified by a mental health professional, such as a psychiatrist, psychologist, or other licensed mental health care provider. These may be invisible disabilities. And then you said that, or the information from therapypet.org says that emotional support animals cannot be denied due to their age. Landlords that deny dogs because they are younger and are considered puppies are not following the rules set out by the Fair Housing Act. However, they may be able to charge for some sort of fee for an emotional support animal. And that it is illegal for a landlord to refuse, or strata, to refuse you keeping an assistance animal as defined under the Companion Animals Act. Wow, this is so interesting.
Yeah, the more I dug, the more I was like, oh my God, I want that, I want that, I want
that.
Yeah. Because a lot of people don't know, and most times when we use the internet, we just use to go see who got the best shoes and what they want.
Amazon.
Amazon. So, if the information is out there, please know your rights and the rules that, because every state is different. Texas is its own country.
Totally. Period.
They got their own everything.
We will break up with you if you make us mad.
What?
As a state. But I wanted to say real quick, I left this off. Unlike service animals, emotional support animals are not allowed everywhere.
Sure.
Rules are slightly different. Some hotels are more accepting of emotional support animals now.
Yeah.
The best thing for you to do is obtain a letter from a physician or a licensed professional, mental health professional, certifying that the animal is necessary for your mental health or treatment. So having that documentation is going to be most important when it comes to supporting the fact that you need this.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. And it's something to look into because, like I said, we're in an era now where things are a lot different.
Yeah.
So it's okay if you have to go see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. It's okay. It's okay if you have to go and talk to a mental health professional. It's okay, because trust me, I need to.
Yep.
And I prefer you go do that and stay here on this side of the grass than not and end up somewhere else.
And to let us know that a lot of times, especially for Black women, we tend to talk to our friends a lot. And we also tend to not talk to our friends a lot, right? So there are situations where you might have that sister circle that you can lean on. And then for some of us, we don't feel that comfort. It's like, I don't want to tell my business, or more for most of us, it is, I don't want to burden my friend, right? A lot of times we don't share what's happening, not from the standpoint of just privacy, but we're so compassionate and we're thinking about the women that are in our lives. Girl, I know she got this going on, right? She trying to do this stuff with work. Her mom is sick. She got all them kids, not in a disrespectful way, but right. And so I don't want to burden her. And that is what these mental health care professionals are here to do. That is what they went to school for. And so it's really important that right now, when all of our communities have things that they're trying to wrestle with this pandemic, it's really important that we lean on our resources. And let me tell you one thing, check with your job, because EAP, the Employee Assistance Programs, many districts, school districts, many businesses offer EAP services. And with EAP, they give you a lot of times a certain number of visits with a mental health professional for free.
Wow.
And so they'll also evaluate you at the end. So like my district gives you 6 EAP visits for free. You choose who you talk to.
Nice.
And if necessary, the person that you're speaking to will say, okay, I need to see you for another 6, right? And they'll give you a different, like, okay, we've gotten past this issue of stress or, depression. Now we want to talk about stress management for our next 6. And so I think that that's a resource that a lot of us don't realize is available to us, and that it is free. If your company does have an EAP, it is absolutely free for you. The number of visits may vary, but it is a resource that's out there. And I would encourage you, women especially, to check in with your employer, because some of them are trying to offer that, especially right now with all of the stress that people are dealing with in their personal lives with regard to what's happening in the world.
Awesome. That's awesome.
It is.
Yeah. So, and I would, concur with that, and I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to beat it into your heads.
Right.
It's very important to, because I have a friend that does that. Oh, I didn't want to bother you, girl. Bother me,
Please.
Bother me. Let's
Especially
give me
if
a
I'm
reason
staying,
for us to go and sit and drink lemonade
Exactly.
Right.
and eat pancakes.
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying. Anyway, so after we're going to break now, and after that, we're going to dive right into our Dallas Storm.
Don't let social distancing have you out here looking dusty. Get your sexy back at Exclusive Cuts Barbershop with Steph B. the Barber, offering haircuts for men, women, and children, as well as spa treatments and hair and beard enhancement. There's no better way to boost your confidence, improve your appearance, and accentuate your best features. Put your best foot forward and make a lasting impression with a fresh haircut and regular beard maintenance. Get faded today with Steph B. the Barber. Follow us on Instagram at Steph B. the Barber to book your appointment. That's STEFBDA Barber. And ladies, are you tired of cramps, yeast infections, hot flashes, or painful sex? V-steaming can help. Detox your vagina, sis, with phenomenal Ladies V-steam. Vaginal detox has many great benefits: increases fertility, enhances your sex life, reduces stress, and restores your pH balance. Call Phenomenal Ladies V-steam at 832-553-2100. Renew and revitalize your vaginal area and awaken your inner goddess. Book your appointment today at 832-553-2100 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
We're back on. It's the Love Power Radio Show. Yes, the stuff we do when y'all not watching.
It's okay.
It's too much. Anyways, you're going to
The
see
behind the scenes.
AKA me with the great. Yes, and I love BTS. Across the table, I got my girl.
It's me, Latriva D. Ha ha! I flipped it up on you. You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready. I was saying it's short for the truth. Okay, got to. And next to me, we got our girl from D-Town.
What's up? What's up? It is.
Who is it?
The Rose.
Which one?
That grew from the concrete.
Hey.
Y'all better get into it.
Okay, better get ready. And across the table from me, we got our little sis.
Every time you say Probably got to speak.
So we have visiting with us our sister girlfriend all the way from Dallas, Texas. And I'm excited because she signed on, she slid in and started doing her thing.
I'm talking from week one.
What?
We was like, so we have a new person. They're gonna be doing stuff from Dallas. We were like, okay, cool. Monday, bam,
Bam.
That was like a Saturday. She was like, and we're signed on. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Let me catch up.
Yeah.
I just got in the car.
Right,
Put my seatbelt on.
Yeah.
So excited.
So welcome to the show, ma'am.
Yes. I am very elated to be a part of the Stunner Radio family.
Yes.
I mean, boss all the way up.
All the way
Won't
up.
he do it?
First of all,
Put me in the presence of elite women. That's got it going on.
yeah, there's something about when God put together his team of people.
Yes.
Right? And it's crazy because listening to Sarah, I realized, because at first I was like, I'm not a part of, I had reserve about being a part of something that's moving forward and moving fast, and he ain't playing with this here.
He's not.
Right.
And
So
so
sometimes when we go through stuff in life, we feel like when we finally get that thing that we've been praying about, it's like,
I'm gonna have to work so hard for it to wait so long.
Trust him in the process, and he's gonna teach you and show you what you need. So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Right.
So Shybella,
Yes.
sis. So Shybella is a full figure model. Can I say that?
Yes.
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 I like full figure.
I mean, because I get like even the guy who got me started, he hates that I keep using plus size. He hated, and he'll get on my post. I'm like, take that plus size off. I was like, why? I like it though. I miss plus size Dallas, Texas. Miss plus size beauty. Miss plus size. I mean, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Because plus, I mean, just like when you look at when you get candy and it says the mega bar. Chips, the grab bag. It's all grab. That means you get more than the original when you say plus. Come on, all of that. Yes, I'm plus size on purpose.
On purpose. Come on. I was chosen for this. I was chosen for this.
That part.
Everybody can walk in plus.
No, everybody can't. It takes a certain level of confidence to walk in it because we get it. You know what I'm saying? We get it. Especially to all my plus size sisters because I started out in lingerie. But, you know, the women I started out with, they more was against that, you know, that body shaming and stuff. But my hat's off to the plus size, the BBBW. Because it goes on up. That's out there on social media in swimwear and lingerie. And you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, it's beautiful. To the next person, be like, hey, what? You know, baby, it takes a level of confidence that makes her look beautiful in that. All the folds, wrinkles, all the rolls and all that. She is beautiful because it's a confidence that I see.
Yeah, right.
That's why.
Right. So you started in lingerie.
I did. I have a few.
My hat's out to you.
I did start out in lingerie.
That's
did.
And we're just realizing that we crossed each other's paths.
We have.
Like really close, like had a conversation, I'm thinking. Is what we've been thinking, but because I modeled a little bit in Dallas, but I did a lot more in Louisiana.
Yeah, because Dallas didn't really offer a whole lot. Oh, it's booming now for big girls. We're doing our things in the city now. But when I first started out in 2015, 2016, there was nothing going on in the city for big girls.
Wow.
Now look at us. Because I used to always have to travel to Houston, to Atlanta, to Charlotte. And it was just, I stayed on the plane. And it was like, now I looked up one day and I was like, I guess I kept posting. I would like to think I had something to do with it, but I can't take credit for that. But I kept posting stuff like, you know, my pictures and Miss Plus Size Dallas, Texas. And then, you know, then I started me doing that and the hashtags started connecting me with other women in the city. I was able to pull up their social medias and stuff. So I was like, okay, so it is some plus size BBWs here in the city doing their thing. So let me hook up with some of these and start doing some stuff in Dallas. I'm starting to even some of that plane fare.
So let's talk about that for a little bit because people want to be models, but they don't understand the back. You know, some people don't understand the investment you have to make into the part of it. Now, some you don't have to do that for everybody. You don't. That's a choice. And so because for me, that was for me. I was in Louisiana sometimes every weekend for rehearsal, you know, for whatever. So, what was that like for you when you made the decision when you saw that you had to do that? Was that no, or let me get this done?
Yeah, the first thing I ever did was here in Houston. And that's why I was telling you, did you know Emperor Thomas? He was the one, like we had jumped from social media. I'm talking about going all the way back to MySpace and Black Planet. And he, you know, and it just seemed like every time they opened up a new social media platform, we end up finding each other. And he was like, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm like, let me lose some weight first. Let me lose some weight first. He was like, if that's what you're waiting on, then you'll never do it. And so out of just, here it is, 6 years later, he hit me up. That's when Combine magazine out of Atlanta, it was on the Atlanta mega photo shoot. And they was picking the 50 most sexiest women out of Atlanta and Houston. And he hit me up and I had just came out of a very bad domestic violence relationship. And he was like, just talking, and I think you can do it. And I was like, okay. And he just kept talking. And I was like, I said, okay. And so he was shocked and I did it and everything that could go wrong went wrong. But he kept encouraging me along the way. That 3.5 hour drive, I kept wanting to turn around. And he was like, no, just get here. Just get here. And so, but God has a plan for everything because I didn't want to do a photo shoot in a blonde wig. I didn't want to do my photo shoot in my club clothes. I mean, I had my whole photo shoot mapped out and I had and left an entire suitcase in Dallas. And so, but evidently it was meant to be, because it went from there, and I ended up getting chose for the 50 out of Houston and the 50 out of Atlanta. And then I got, when they narrowed it down to just 50, I was number 20 And then he had told me that I was gonna get the cover, and something came up, and then he was like, "But to make up for it, we're gonna give you a 3-page spread." Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
Because that is actually what put me on the map, and I started getting just that from that magazine right there. So I am a printed model. It means something. And
published
so I started getting calls from all over the place, and I was like, okay, doing runway, doing fashion shows and stuff, and I was like, I found myself constantly being on the plane going somewhere, and it's not easy because if you don't have the right resources, and you don't have the right finances, because sometimes you have to invest in yourself, you really do. But I didn't want to be a social media model because I think that it takes a whole lot to go do those photo shoots all the time, to post those pictures. It costs money. I used to tell people it's almost $200 just the sitting fee. That's just to get a photographer to book you.
That's it.
And I mean, and then once the pictures coming in, I mean, I've seen girls pay up to $1,000 for their photos. But thankful to Emperor, he taught me, he was like, you don't do anything that you can get for free. So I kept looking for those connects in this industry where I could get it free. You know, I mean, to you don't know me, and I might not be anybody, but to me, I am. I'm not paying for that. Now I only got this. So, but it takes that, and again, it goes back to that confidence. Behind the scenes, it's easy to take pictures and post it. But when you actually have to go to these photo shoots, when you actually have to go to these fashion shows and walk that runway, it takes a certain level of confidence, because you got all those people out there that judging you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like positive, be it positive, be it negative, they're judging you. So you have to have that type of confidence that I'm walking this, I know I'm look good, I'm gonna do my thing, I'm struggling. And going down that runway and come on back, and I guarantee you that confidence will make you be remembered.
Oh, absolutely.
Because people are still talking about when I ripped the runway in Charlotte, North Carolina at the what is it called, Rocky Curves? And that was my very first, but they was like, you couldn't tell. Like, you're a natural, but that's that behind the so basically it's not easy. But now that's why I said I want to give it one more run before I turn 50, because I haven't really done modeling like that. Of course, my face done been on a whole bunch of flyers as special guests, but I want to give it one more good run, because now I got the finances and I got the resources. So I'm waiting, because see, I had got invited to do New York Fashion Week by 3 different designers. I could not go because I wasn't working and I didn't have the money to buy the flight. And it was like, just get here and everything else will be covered. But I couldn't get the flight. So now, call me now.
Let's go.
You can find me on all Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope, Shybella Rose, Shybella_Rose.
Nice. Just saying.
Book her,
Shybella
_Rose
on all social media platforms. So get with it. We'll be back after this break.
Attention all divas.
Are you enjoying the show? Great, glad to hear it. Show your love for your favorite Stunner Radio shows with t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, and more. Visit our store at www.stunnerradio.com to get your Stunner merch today. We are urban talk radio for the Black and brown communities and all those who value diversity. Stunner Radio is the heart and soul of the culture. Attention all divas, fashionistas, and ladies of style and sophistication. Lisa Danae's Diva Den is now open for your online shopping pleasure. We offer custom designs created exclusively for the Diva Den, including our Queen collection, specifically designed with you in mind. Choose from tees, tanks, hoodies, leggings, face masks, and home decor. Tired of those cookie cutter looks and boring styling options? The Diva Den can help you get your shine on. Visit us today at www.lisadene.com/divaden and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
Don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
And we are back. It's the Love Power Radio Show with your girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. Across the table, I got my girl,
Latricia Dunning. Latricia Dunning.
Hey, that's
They call me Latricia Dunning.
Next to me, I got my visiting sister, Miss Shybella.
The rose that grew from the concrete. Catch that.
Catch it.
Okay, and across the table, we got our little sis,
Tiny Todd. PG. Well, see, I can't win.
Wait a minute.
When I change it, then it's still confused.
I was ready for PG. I wasn't ready for no tater tot.
And he told me.
I'm ready. Pauline got his feet.
Yes, indeed. And we're back here with, like I said, our girl Shybella out of Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, with Dallas.
Son of Dallas.
See what you got.
Sis, what you want, man?
So I was listening. It was something that you said that really caught my attention. You said after you got out of a domestic violence relationship, and then you got a phone call regarding modeling, and the first answer you gave was yes.
Yes.
My question is, do you think that being in a domestic violence relationship encouraged you to go ahead and fulfill your dreams?
It did. It did. Because in that, I thought that I was confident. I thought I really had self-esteem, and you can really feel that. But to be in a relationship, he attempted physical abuse a couple of times, but I got a lot of brothers, so I'm not the female that's just gonna let you put your hands on her. But it was the mental and the verbal abuse that was the worst. And so he would say things to me like just. At first, it was like, okay, we playing a dozen, we both going off on each other. But after a while, you be like, man, he said this to me. Is that how he really feels? I'm supposed to be the one he loved. And he would always try to say things to cut me down. Like, you think that look good and your fat self, your fat, I don't know if you cuss or if I'm trying to watch it, okay. But so after going through all of that and the thing that really kind of just brought it all home is our last encounter. And I had actually ended up putting the gun to his head.
Wow.
I did pull the trigger twice, but God did not allow it to go. And this 9 did not have a safety on it. And then, so for that to happen, and then it made me realize it wasn't the fact of what he had did to me. It was for every man in my life had done to me. He was just the collateral damage part. It was the buildup, you're right. And so it was like, it started coming to me about every man that had hurt me, broke my heart. Even going all the way back when I was 4 or 5 years old, to every man that has molested me, had raped me, sexually assaulted me. It was that right there. And I don't know, it's just when I took that, and it's like, I don't know what happened with that, because I was surprised myself, because most people would come out of something like that tore down, not having that confidence and stuff. But God has a way of doing things, because I'm that lady that's telling you that you can come out of those type of situations, and you can stand your ground, and you can be more than you've ever been. Use that as your stepping stone. Don't allow that to turn you down and make you feel like you can never be anything more than a punching bag, verbally or physically.
That's it. You can't get out. You have the power.
Yes, indeed.
Trust me when I tell you, God don't want you to go through that.
He does not.
Don't let nobody tell you that. That is a big lie. Big old huge fat juicy one. He does not. He wants us to live and be prosperous and be healthy and be all these great things, not to be a punching bag. So
no, not at all.
Don't let anybody tell you or fool you to believe that you have to be there, that you have to take it. You don't. There are resources. There are people, there are 100 numbers out there, people that will help you get out of your situation. So shout out to you. Hey, listen, we got that rose that came up from the earth.
I told you.
Come on. I told you. Not just the earth, but the earth. We don't do the F and the pH. That's right. How crucial it is. Yeah, that pH is crucial. So how did, how you got into modeling? What else do you do? Because I feel like
after I say about a year of the traveling back and forth, doing the modeling, I met with a group of people out of the city when I started connecting with other plus size women in the city. So we met up and they wanted to start a group that came out. The name that we came up with was Curvy Kingdom. Shout out to Kendria, Curvy Kingdom. And so it was just a group of us plus size women, and we started doing events for plus size women. And we went on another podcast on this High Vibe Media at the time, and the owner of the station, he saw the footage and he was impressed, and he reached out to me and he was like, I think that this is your call. And I was like, no, because I'm like, no, not me, I'm not gonna be on the radio. Not on the radio. And but 2 weeks later I did reach out to him and I told him, I said, hey, I want to do it. And he was like, okay. He was talking about, so now just sit back and think of the type of show you want to do and the name of it. And I said, I already know.
Mhm.
And I gave them the name, which was Straight from the Hip. From that, Straight from the Hip, we ran real successfully. It popped out so quickly.
Nice.
I started off at three women on a panel, but I said I didn't want to have one of those male bashing type shows.
Okay.
So I dropped that concept, and then I picked up. I started doing local urban media.
Mhm.
So I started hooking up with different little local artists and stuff like that. And Straight from the Hip Live Urban Media Entertainment started. I then partnered with Shybella Records, which is one of the longest running underground record label in the DFW, Shybella Records. I became the VP and the first lady of that label.
Nice.
People started from different clubs, different people do different events, and they would have us on as the special guests. And that part that's when the radio personality all took a form of itself. Somehow promoter got in that. In that media, also I learned how to do digital graphics, self-taught.
Yes.
So almost everything you see on the Straight from the Hip Facebook page and the Shice House pretty much was from my creativity. That and what else I do? I am a senior accounting inventory control specialist for oil, gas, and propane company. That's my bag. That's my job. That's my money. And then I sell my drinks.
Hey.
I'm TABC certified, mixologist certified.
Come through.
Yes.
Did you bring some for us
I
today?
did, ladies.
Hey.
I did.
We got some.
I'm actually a reseller for Henny things because I don't want to take credit from the young lady in the city that's doing the thing, because she's a very young girl and she's killing it with these drinks, and she was looking for people to become resellers because it was getting to be a little bigger.
Okay.
We talked about on the earlier show, like we're here to be helpers one to another. You can't do everything by
That's
yourself.
it.
You need help, especially when you go to growing. So that, and then it brought about my long idea of doing Jolly Ranchers and Laffy Taffy vodka. So I do that. Sell dinners on weekends sometimes. Whatever.
My stomach over here. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So sometimes I get into it and I'm like, I want to do this, and and I make the money off of it, but then it's like then I say, okay, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. But I thank God for the man that he has brought into my life on this show.
Amen.
And because he keeps me grounded, and he immediately I like your motivation and your grind, but you all over the place. You got too much going on. You need to focus on one or two things and make it successful, and then then move on to the next one. So I've never really had a man to stand his ground with me.
That's
the
nice.
roads.
Nice.
So
nice. Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to your honey. You want to say
Honeydew.
Okay. Shout out to Shybella's honey. Thank you.
His
for
name is
keeping-
Baby.
Yeah. For keeping her grounded,
I know that's right.
right? Because that can be a
Task for
a
a strong
task.
woman.
That's the
You're
word.
a strong
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
Trust
You
me.
got a strong one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much again for coming through and hanging with us. Y'all make sure y'all check out Shybella Rose. What's the name of your show?
It is My Sister. Why do you hate me so much?
Love it. I love it.
Yes.
I've been watching it. I was like, the title alone, at first I was like, and I thought, but you know what? It needs to be said.
It needs to be
Even
said.
if it's just in the title, because
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
We do without even noticing for
We
some.
do.
For
Yeah.
some, it's like
Yeah.
their life isn't complete if they ain't out here trying to tear down another
Yep.
sister.
The next sister.
Yep.
We are our own biggest
And they
enemy.
don't. Some people don't even know how to be encouraging.
Yeah.
Like they're so
Yeah.
accustomed to it. So that's
Yes.
so good.
Yeah. So make sure y'all check her out.
Mhm.
Stunner Radio, www.stunnerradio.com on Mondays from 7 to
8 to 9.
8 to 9.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ain't no TV.
Right before you go to bed anyway.
Ain't no
It's on
TV.
anyway.
Monday nights when
Check
everybody's in the house.
Exactly.
You
You ain't watching
relaxing.
football.
If I'll get ready to say, if you're not watching football,
out. Okay, but even if you are watching football, check
you
this.
can come
You
back.
can check us out on
Replays on YouTube.
how about that?
How about that? On the website.
Or the website. So there's always a way you can always tune in, chime in, let us know what you think, what you're talking about. If you want to be on the show with
Yes.
Bella in Dallas,
Mhm.
let her know,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then if you want to be on either one of the shows here in Houston, all you gotta do is hit us up,
Hit us up.
DM us on purpose.
That's right.
On purpose.
On
I'm
purpose.
just saying, and we'll be back after.
If you're looking for a keynote speaker for your next event,
If you're looking for a keynote speaker for your next event, look no further than Miss Mimi of Mimi Speaks, specializing in panel discussions, women's luncheons and conferences, and fashion shows and trade shows. Miss Mimi brings her unique blend of experience and training to make a lasting impression on your guests and clients. With powerful, engaging, thought-provoking topics and presentations, Miss Mimi will provide your guests with meaningful takeaways and life-changing revelations. Also available for red carpet interviews and premieres. Email us today at iammissmeme@gmail.com for booking information. That's iammissmeme@gmail.com. If you're looking
invited Saturday, November 14th, featuring live entertainment, soul food, and of course barbecue. So bring the family for a day of fun. Followed by a live
Need you to do an ad for my hands.
artists and a night with host. General admission is $15 with appetizer. VIP admission is $25.
Stand by, 10 seconds.
Options are available. Masks will be enforced, and we are practicing social distancing. JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue is bringing culture to the north side of Houston.
And we're back. And so sad to see you go. I'm so glad we had this time together.
My uncle used to sing that.
My mom did too. My mom's the singer of the family. So yeah, when I would try, she'd be like, "It's okay, baby, I got it." But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We surely, truly appreciate it. And as we're going into the weekend, the week of Thanksgiving, be grateful. Be thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. If you know somebody who's been through something this year, check on your people. I can't stress it enough. Check on your people. Eat a lot. Drink a lot. Shy, what you got for us?
Oh, what do I have for you? Again, just check me out on Monday nights at 8 p.m. My sister, Why Do You Hate Me? I do have some things coming up in the city. We actually trying to get a home studio for Stunner in Dallas. Yes, and I'm just grateful to be a part of the Stunner family. As for that, I really don't have anything coming up. So,
well, if you had one thing to tell people, to something to give them chew on for the rest of the week, what would it be? One thing.
Oh, of course, the way I am my sister every Monday night. That if you believe in God and have faith, you can be whoever you want to be. You can go wherever you want to go, and you can do whatever you want to do. Because only through and with God, all things is possible. Just believe.
Amen. Treva D, what you got?
I just have one thing. I wanted to shout out my wife. Thank you for just being everything that I need. And congratulations on your Teacher of the Year nomination. I'm so proud of you. You are Rochelle Washington.
Yes. B. Real quick.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so very much, ladies, for saying that I could sit in on this particular show.
Yes.
I enjoyed myself. You guys that's out there, just remember that you can do absolutely everything.
That's it.
Everything is in your hands. Just keep going forward.
That's it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Until next time. Love ya.
Love you. Peace.
Love ya.